Insights with Lucky. Today we're going to discuss mean people. Mean people are a fact of life. Everywhere you go, no matter what you do, you'll encounter mean people. How you react to mean people can make a great difference in your life. Sometimes it may just be someone you'll never meet again. How you handle them will be different than someone you'll have to work with on a regular basis in the future. In that situation, how you interact on the first meeting could greatly affect years of interactions. Today we're going to talk to Lucky and get some tips and insights on the best way to handle mean people in your life.
I'm glad to be here. Please bear with my accent. I didn't grow up here. Although it's not bad always to have an accent. I'll tell you, when I came here first, I went to KFC to get some chicken wings. I told them at least about 4 times I need chicken wings. They couldn't understand me, so I had to just show them chicken wings, and they gave me 3 extra for free. No, I didn't do it again to get free chicken wings, but there's some good side to have an accent.
First of all, why do you think people are mean to others?
There may be so many reasons. I can think 4 main reasons at least. 1, they're just having a bad day and you happen to be there. 2, there are some people, they just plain mean. There's no reason, they just, I don't want to say this, but let's say they're born that way. 3rd, this is the most common, most misunderstood situation. People jealous. That's why they are mean. 4th reason, you did something bad to provoke them. That's why they are mean. In the last one, like if you did something bad, the best way to handle that situation, just apologize. Don't go and say I'm sorry. Sorry is kind of a cheap word. Pretty much everybody says sorry. Just say the word I apologize. That has more weight into it. And that will remove most of the bad feeling in between 2 people. And I want to go back to the 3rd point. I mentioned that people are jealous about others. This is a very common situation, but we don't understand that very well. Like, let's say, if you meet one of your friends in Walmart after years, then you guys just talk about something, about your life, what you guys doing, and the other person is doing much better than you are now. They might have a better job, or they just bought something new, and she's with a handsome guy or husband. Then how do you feel, honestly? I mean, you going to really happy about her? No, I mean, most people, we feel bad about ourselves, and we feel less, and we feel jealous. That's one of the main reasons people mean to others.
Could you please elaborate that more?
Yes. This is more common in your classroom or your work environment. The people we meet every day. If you are better in any way with your co-workers or your classmates, you're more beautiful, or you have a great smile, people like you, or you have better education, or simple thing like you just bought something fancier, smartphone, or actually a car, or something bigger like a house. The other people, we like to talk about those things because we are happy about it and we want to share our happiness with other people. The honest truth is, actually, others don't go along with that happiness we have. Most people, either they don't care or get jealous. That part we don't understand, but that's the truth. I tell you an example. We made a substantial purchase recently for the company. During the negotiation, even we start negotiating, first thing I told the seller to keep this transaction in between us, because I don't want to make it a public knowledge. There's nothing to hide, but it only creates people, people more jealous about it, or my competitors could use it, or they get alarmed, or anything like that. And there's no real positive outcome. If you actually think in your life, maybe 2 or 3 people actually will be happy if you achieve something, if you do anything good. Everybody else is either don't care or get jealous. When to react to that situation, one way is either talk behind you or mean to you. Therefore, it's a very good way. We don't discuss what we do or what we achieved in our life with pretty much everybody, and keep it to ourselves, or keep it in a close circle, or tell them need to know basis.
Do you believe it is better to understand or analyze why people are being mean to others?
If you can do it, theoretically that would be the best. Practically, no. If somebody mean to you, you're not in the state of mind to analyze the situation and why he's doing it. As I told you before, there may be so many reasons and you never know what it is, so it's impossible to do it. You need to have a general strategy to react to every time if you face that kind of situation. Just make a habit of that.
You mentioned having a general strategy. What do you believe is the best strategy for handling mean people?
Fight back with decency. This is very uncommon way to handle that kind of situation, but it's very effective.
Could you explain that a little more?
Yes. If somebody mean to you at that point, their mind is kind of depressed. You can be happy and just mean to somebody. They have an unhappy mind, and in certain way they want to grab you into the mud. So if we react it in a different way that they don't expect, they can't continue to do that. If you do something bad to somebody and they are reacting the very unexpected way, so they don't know how to do it further. They can't keep doing it. They get confused. I mean, in your mind you get confused. So it's very effective psychologically, and there's lots of long-term benefits being decent. That's right.
Now that we have your explanation, could you give me a real-world example of how that strategy works?
Yeah, I'll tell you what happened in few weeks back. When I was outside, I saw a gentleman trying to load a vehicle into a car trailer, and he was fighting to load it, and I thought just give him a hand and push him, or help to jump or whatever he needs. I went there to offer the help, and he looked at me and he saw at me. That was very unexpected. Actually, it literally took me 2-3 seconds to realize that he just saw at me. Because that's not a normal situation, and that's a worst case scenario. I didn't do anything bad or anything. I just went to help. What I did, I still offered him help. I smiled at him and I offered him help. I said, I can push it or I can help you to jump or something. He couldn't transfer from his mode completely to positive, but he saw at the vehicle next, and then at the end he appreciated the help and it all went good.
Do you see a positive effect in that situation?
As in that example I mentioned, the most important part is how it ends, not how it started. The mean people or bad people initiate a bad situation in the beginning, and they're the creators of the bad situation. But we can be in charge how it's going to end. That's what we remember, that's what we take home. If I act differently in that situation, said something bad to that person, he might yell at me again or it could get ugly. If I didn't say anything, if I walk away, still it will haunt me. I mean, some person just said something very bad. I mean, I don't even recall a similar situation in my whole life. People usually don't do that to me. So it is important to control the end.
Do you see this behavior as something that could spread out?
Yes. If something out of context, we remember that. As an example, you driving interstate, there hundreds or thousands of vehicles go past by, you don't remember them. But if you see a vehicle rolled over or an accident or kind of something towing very unique item, then you remember because it's different than what you see. And this is the same. This is not the experience you have all the time. If you mean to somebody, they mean to you, or they back talk or anything like that. So they remember this situation. I'll tell you another example. I went to a small auction and I bought a used gas grill. I was trying to load into the pickup bed. There's a gentleman came and he gave me a hand to lift it up and put it into the bed. I appreciated his help. He said, return the favor. I said, definitely I will. And then he said a very important thing, I still remember. He said, not to me, to somebody else. So that is not very common. It's very unique. And I remember up until today, and if somebody need help, I probably remember that situation and I feel like I want to help him. Yeah, you can definitely spread this thing out.
What do you do if you feel yourself getting frustrated in this situation?
If you think through, most of the times we get frustrated for no reason. I mean, of course you have reason to get frustrated, that's why you got frustrated, but if you think through, it's not really a reason to get frustrated. We get frustrated if you're driving, if somebody come across or jump in front of you, or in lane, if they're taking too much time. We get frustrated for so many different things. Those incidents, they really don't change your life, do they? I mean, it really doesn't matter if you few minutes late or somebody in front of you. But you get frustrated. You can be relaxed a little bit, not in that particular mode, and handle those situations better. When you get frustrated, you can create an incident, one bad thing. Most importantly, it will raise your blood pressure and you are not happy. And happiness is the most important thing in our life, not money, not power, anything. They really, I mean, you need them, but happiness is the most important thing. And you're not happy when you get frustrated. The people around you, it's not going to be happy when you're frustrated because you react to them in a different way. I'll tell you an example. One day after work I went to grab a movie. from Redbox. I went there. There's a couple want to check out a movie from Redbox. I waited in line, and they were discussing what kind of movie they want to get and debating about them, and they took about 10 minutes, which is overly long time in a Redbox. Usually you just check out in a minute or two, and that's a situation somebody get frustrated or just say something, can you move away, we will go and get a movie and then you can come back, or something bad. It was a beautiful day. I was done for the work, done for the day, and fresh air, there's no reason to get cranky. And I waited 10 minutes, and while I was waiting I saw they were driving a very beautiful car. Actually that's a really nice car, shiny black with chrome inserts. At the end, it was my turn. I went there and I told them, you guys driving a beautiful car. And we had about a 20-second nice discussion. They were happy about it, and I got my movie and went back home and I watched it with clear conscience. If I made an incident, they might tell something bad, they won't move out or anything like that, then they won't watch their movie happy. I won't do that either, because it will keep coming back to us, don't we? That's how you need to just relax a little bit, and you don't have to get cranky. Just make a habit of it and do something like that, then you can keep doing those kind of things.
Have you always had this type of response in situations?
No. We grow up, we learn, we have experience, we analyze things with our experience, and we grow up, and no, I wasn't like this all the time.
Can you please give an example of that?
You need a personal experience or personal example? Oh boy. You guys created that question to put me in trouble, didn't you? I'll tell you what, there's a place in town, they have really good donuts. If I get you some of those to take home and skip the question and move into the other one. No, I won't do it? Okay. Okay. Yeah. There's an incident I remember. It happened way back when I was very young. There's a guy, it's a big guy with a bunch of his friends and supporters, and insulted my family. So I didn't handle the same way I would today.
So what happened?
So I asked him to go outside and settle the matter in the old-fashioned way.
I'm aware you're an expert in martial arts. How exactly did that turn out?
That's the overstatement, the expert part, but let's say it didn't go very well for him. And I am not proud of that situation. I would handle it differently today.
Looking back, knowing what you know now, how would you handle it differently?
It's very tough situation. The person who insulted was twice as big as me, and he's surrounded by his supporters and friends, and I was kind of alone. The best thing I would say, just not react to the situation and just walk away. I could have walked away. And now I learn the strongest don't fight back. I'm not only talking about the physical strength or anything like that. If you have the stronger mind, you don't have to fight back in our main topic. So if you know you can win, you don't have to fight.
Do you see this strategy of fighting decency as a way of changing the world?
I never thought it that way. I just do it for myself. I want to be happy. Well, as I mentioned before, That's the most important thing. Even though if you don't realize, happiness is the most important thing in our life. It doesn't matter how much things we have if you're not happy. But answer your question, some people actually did change the world. They influenced tens of thousands, millions of people. One good example is Gandhi in India. He fought the British Empire. At that time it was a British colony. His strategy was non-violent, and he fought this vast, powerful empire with non-violence, and we won the independence. And there are some other people involved in the process like Nehru, but he was one of the key architects in the freedom of India.
I just have a question on the side. How would you handle an unreasonable accusation?
Unreasonable accusation. There's a very effective way to handle if somebody accusing you, but it have to be an unreasonable or not true. What you do, you just listen to the person accusing you. You should not react. No, don't answer. Don't say anything. Don't show any emotions. Just keep tight in a pleasant way, without looking mad or anything like that. All neutral. At the end, you'll see he's fading his accusation. He can't stand that look. He can analyze where you at in his mind. Psychologically, this work really good if you try once. Then at the end, politely ask, can you please repeat it again? And you'll be surprised, 95% of the time they can say it again to you. It just gone, they can say it again. That's a very effective strategy to handle an unreasonable accusation. But you can react, and it has to be false accusation.
Do you have anything else that you would like to add to this?
This is a very different approach. Some might not agree with me. But just do it for fun. One time. Just do it for fun and see how it goes. And you'll be proud of yourself. You feel good at the end. You create a better situation. If you can't tell anything right away without making it difficult for everybody, wait until next day or next time you meet that person, and meantime try to remember something he did good, and just appreciate that. That will change that person. He won't come back, he or she won't come back at you over and over. In the workplace, this is a very good thing. If somebody mean to you, if you don't say anything at that point, if you can't say anything at that point, good. Wait until next day. Then you appreciate their help. You recognize, in that accusation also, if there's something to learn, you can ask a question about it. Can you just explain this part, then I can do it better, kind of thing. That will make them feel so much better. Then you'll see a sudden difference, and they won't come back after you. They can't, unless it's beyond human level if they keep doing it. And the side effects, you get popular, and everybody going to like you, because you're not making any enemies. So if you make one enemy, regardless how strong or how powerful position you are in, it can hurt you. So it is, remember, you need to be strong and better to do this. Make a habit of doing it, not just an artificial creation or strategy to handle it. Just make a life habit to do it. Just don't go alone with those people to the mud. and just, if you can, just drag them out of it. Then you are a better person.
Thank you so much for your time, Lucky. You've definitely given us some creative ways in how to handle mean people. And by the way, what about those donuts?
Oh, those donuts. Remember I told you, if you skip the questions, you get donuts. Now, this is what's going to happen. It's all mine, and I will definitely tell you how good they are when I meet you next time. And thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.